All right, wanted to start out and just highlight, even though we're never focused on the individual aspect of the accolades that come when you have a successful season like this. I did want to highlight how excited I am personally for Sam Darnold, Justin Jefferson, Depot, Byron Murphy, JG, and Van Gink. Really cool. We had a whole bunch of alternates as well. I think especially the first-time guys being voted in as starters, or being voted in Sam's case, coming here on this journey with us for from day one. It was a cool moment to be able to call him and tell him he had been selected, as well as Murph, JG, and Gink. These guys have been playing at our high level for a really long time, so very excited for those guys. We had a really good week of preparation. Guys are locked in. Feel really, really good about our the way we've gone about the week, and we know the challenge it's going to be, both environment and playing a premier team in our league that presents so many challenges across the board in all three phases. So we know what kind of challenge it's going to be, and our guys are excited for the opportunity to go compete. Just providing you guys with some game statuses. Pat Jones will be out for the football game, and then we'll have two questionable designations. Camus and Fabian will both be questionable. Fabian with the hip, and then Camus, he's, as you guys know, there's a bunch of stuff going around. He's been fighting a little bit of an illness. He is turning the corner. We'll see how he does maybe later on today, and then see if we can have him available. But possible elevations, we'll keep you guys posted based upon our practice squad availability and those guys being ready to go for the game.
Out, do you expect Dallas Turner to kind of have an increased role?
Yeah, and to me, looking at not only snap counts but actual impactful plays, I mean, Dallas has really had a pretty significant role here for the better part of this kind of 9-game run we've been on. Felt his play style, energy, athleticism, and that's normal for a guy, especially at that position. As his rookie season's gone on, I think the coaching's been tremendous from Flo, Pet, Marjay. So I expect expect DT to be flying around, probably excited to go, and he's played in some big games before, so this will be nothing to him.
What's your message to the team this week?
What'd you say?
Other than 1-0, what's your message to the team this week?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I know there's been some things kind of put out there, things I said to the team early on, whether it was training camp or even early on in the season. There's not a message that I give our team that I don't think long and hard about, and they all tend to be something that was, put into a vision a long time ago, and one of which is, I could probably put you guys all in this circle on a lie detector test and ask if you envisioned Week 18 being this kind of a game for this football team, and I think I could probably figure out the answer and who was lying and who wasn't. So it's kind of just been us from the beginning of this whole thing, and we're just okay with that. We got the greatest fans in the world, expecting to see some purple in Detroit with us, but going into a hostile environment with just us, we're all right with that. We know what kind of challenge it's going to be, because it's been like that all season long, and as we've progressed and won more football games really outside of those 4.5 days between Detroit at home and taking a short week trip to LA, this team has not lost. So there's a lot of confidence in this group to take this group of men and go try to win a football game.
Do you practice at all as the year moves on? Do they get shorter? Do meetings get shorter? How do you pace a team?
Yeah, I think it's important, and it's a good question. We do. We may shave down some full speed reps on some weeks. We still get the same number, but we may back it down and have a little bit more of a teaching kind of, hey, you guys run these plays before full speed. It's Week 18. There's not much new that you're going to totally create at this point in the season. But let's make sure we can lock in the mentality of doing the little things right. Alignment, assignment, understanding that it's going to be hard to communicate, so we've got to have a clean operation between snaps, substitutions, getting in and out of the huddle, letting Sam have time at the line of scrimmage defensively, making sure our adjustments and communication are locked in versus, one of the best, if not the best offenses in the NFL. So we know the challenge, and then we did put the pads on Thursday for a reason, to make sure we got some physical work in and some full speed work in, and then Fast Friday today, and we're ready to roll.
Kevin,
Justin Jefferson last week in a obviously big game. He had a couple of kind of high motor plays that weren't necessarily the biggest highlights, the block on the screen or working back to the football in the bootleg there. I guess how does that motor that he has, the relentlessness that he has, like, how does that kind of push opponents and create value for him?
Yeah, I think he's learned over really the past 3 years now that he's going to have to overcome some circumstances on game day that nobody, I mean, every team we play, they come out and publicly say, they're going to try to take him away. And I would do the same thing if I were our opponents, because he's the best in the world at what he does. And sometimes that requires him to overcome. Sometimes that requires him to be selfless and, help the other 10 guys win the down with his play style on a block. Or maybe I thought one of the biggest plays in the game was the one you mentioned, shaving down that low cross and setting up the op to be able to throw it to Cam to convert and end the game. So he does so many things, beyond just playing the receiver position to impact our offense. And I think he sets the tone for just about everybody in that huddle to try to be at their best, because they know that our best player is going to be not only working like that all through the week, but when the lights are brightest, we're going to get JJ's best.
Kevin, Sam said he would try to stay up a little bit later so he doesn't sleep too much with the game at night. Do you guys have any general guidance for the night games like that?
Yeah, we played on Sunday night earlier this year. We'll adjust, based upon our travel schedule, and then making sure we get the guys up on Sunday and moving a little bit. We'll have some of the things we would do before a noon game Saturday night. We'll move some of those to Sunday morning. The biggest thing is at this point in the season, everybody's got their routine. Want to keep it as close as we can to a normal football game and make sure that by the time it's ready to go, we're ready to go. I want our players to enjoy this experience. I mean, it's going to be an unbelievable atmosphere. Got a lot of respect for what they've been able to build there. I'm sure their fans will be very, very loud, excited. It's going to be hard. It's going to be a challenge, but those are the things a lot of us got into this to try to take on that challenge. And the best part is we do it together here in total lockstep, knowing the challenge that it's going to be, but we've been building towards this and what it's going to take to win a game like this for a very, very long time. So it's not something we just had to lock in and click into this week.
Sunday Night Football, Monday Night Football this year, but is it hard to wait around all Sunday for this one coming up? Yeah, anytime you love those noon games at US Bank Stadium, I know that, because you can just get up and go, and it feels like you're just rolling throughout the day. But I'm sure it's going to be kind of guys ready to. I'm sure we'll have full buses ready to roll there whenever they're heading over to Ford Field, and guys are going to be excited for this one. It's hard not to be.
Do you feel like you're playing with house money when you know you're in the playoffs, or do you guard against it?
Well, I wouldn't look at it like that. I just think we know we're in the tournament. We've known that really for a few weeks now. But it is, a chance to win a division title, possibly, knowing that we could clinch the 1 seed and what that means. Because all along, you guys heard me talk about it last Sunday, we wanted to play well at home this year. I mean, we've got the greatest home environment in the National Football League, and to even just be playing for more games at US Bank Stadium is huge for our team. But at the same time, we know that it's a very important game, 2 14-win teams, a lot at stake. But no matter what, we're going to wake up the next morning and we're going to be in the dance, ready to go compete to try to win a world championship. This obviously can have an effect on that with your path to do that, but it's still going to take, a certain level of execution and a mindset to do that in the playoffs. It's the hardest thing to do in sports for that reason, and I know it's going to be incredibly competitive. I think we've been conditioned for it by playing in the most competitive division in football, with a lot of really good football being played in the NFC North.
Just the experience with the Rams in 2021 going into that playoffs, so you guys had a lot of pressure on you at that point.
Yeah.
What did you learn from that experience, or even just how Sean handled that pressure as he went into moments like this?
Yeah, I think, first of all, a lot of things, I can think back on 10 plays if the ball bounces, a little differently on one of those plays, the whole journey may look different. So that going into it, which just hypes up the urgency of understanding how important days like this is. You know, days like yesterday, days like Wednesday. My message to the team has been consistent from day one that if we're able to do the things that we believe will be what it takes to win the football game, and there's 1,000 things that go into winning a football game, but our guys have confidence. They've prepared the right way. We got great leadership, and you know, that's what it takes on a journey like this that we're about to embark on. But that's what's been fun about these last couple weeks here is we felt kind of like it was playoff football already, and we've gotten some good practice leading into games just like this one.